And then suddenly we stop talking transcendentally. You're like, oh shit, I have a material body and it hurts.
What would be like I guess it just doesn't matter top, bottom, right, left, it's just all the same, I guess, right? Or is there, you're working on the top right now, but is it like in terms of the flow of releasing
the trapped energy or whatever?
Yeah.
Well, there's what I call bands. So the bands are how things run. So we got like a band that comes, like the outer little toe band that's coming along here.
So you're just working up now.
Yeah, I'm just
on the band.
Yeah, I might have got like 20-30% attention out of your toes. And so I'm going to get 20 or 30% attention out higher up, you know, so taking off the layers. So it's like peeling away an onion, you know. So I feel good about the toes, but I know there's a shitload more. But I just feel like if I keep working like into here or you know, some of this tension, it's hard, of course, with the oil now, but I think it's just enough for you right now, today, you know?
I agree. I think I am probably at my, I think
the toes have had you know, you can't go from fucking 30 years of tension in toes to nothing in one session, you know?
Yeah.
Or maybe it's more than 30 years, you know? Maybe it's 54 years, you know?
Yeah.
That's not including your time in the womb, you know? Whereas this is, you know what I mean? So we're just seeing what's going to let go up here, you know? After that sort of gentle persuasion, let you breathe. I'll move that oil so you can put your foot on there.
I guess that could be a name you could use for a nonprofit.
Gentle persuasion, yeah. People might come with a complete wrong idea. Oh yeah, so for my viewers, Rock and I have been talking about something that's been on my heart for a long time, which is helping veterans and looking at ways we can get a nonprofit happening and a grant from the government or from private organizations and donors like you guys to help, first of all, to help war veterans and combat, you know, veterans who can't afford to get treatments. And obviously, you know, I was talking about it with Rock, with a lot of emotions, you know, you can see in a lot of my videos, a lot of people have emotional releases when we're working on them, and emotions can get stored in the body and subtle body and cause physical tension. So when we access that physical tension and they breathe into it, they can actually let go of those emotions. So a lot of veterans have nightmares and flashbacks to various combat situations, and Raynor massage can help, I believe. So we're looking at getting some sort of nonprofit set up and funding. And then I want to document getting a bunch of people with, like what I'm doing here with Rock over, you know, he's got his extreme sciatic pain condition. And I want to document what happens, you know, with 10 hours, 40 hours of Raynor massage on somebody with PTSD, you know. And I think that, you know, yeah, there might be some emotional releases and there might be, you know, but I'm hoping then we can see, okay, what are the symptoms of PTSD, whether that be nightmares, you know, whatever, addiction to pharmaceutical drugs or non-pharmaceutical or whatever, you know, PTSD can take many forms. But whether those symptoms can be alleviated through massage and even perhaps through flower essence therapy and a couple other things and rebalancing that person. So that's kind of what's been on my heart for a good 15 years. I've been thinking about trying to do it. So Rock's had some experience with government bureaucracies and setting up things and stuff, so he's going to help me set up a nonprofit. It's going to take a little while, but once we get it all set up and we can accept donations and volunteers, I'm actually just going to be heading back to Australia for May, and then I'll be back in the States for the summer. I'm going to be teaching in Australia if anybody's interested while I'm there in May in Gympie.
When do you actually leave?
So I'm going for a meditation retreat April 15th, and then I basically leave April 28th.
Oh, wow. So
Yeah, kind of not long after you head off.
And you'll be gone for a month?
Yeah, gone for a month and come back on June 1st or something. Just a short trip over there this time.
It feels like a steel cable.
It's so tight. It's so tight. And that's
Was that
obviously coming from these toes, so it may just come to a point where that's not going to let go until we can get all of this stuff out, you know?
Yeah.
And I just feel like I've worked it enough today, so if it's not going to let go, it's not going to let go today, you know?
Yeah.
There'll be what I call stubborn tension that's still holding on.
The bottom of the foot's always a little bit tender, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
And you talked about that ticklish sensation too sometimes comes in.
Yeah, yeah.
And some people.
I'll just go a bit easier. How's that?
Yeah. Oh man.
Were you sore at all today after the earlier treatment?
When we were walking around, I didn't really.
Yeah.
No, I didn't really
No.
feel anything
No.
too bad.
Good.
I feel like a little bit of thing in my, like where you're working on my jaw, like it when I open my mouth
Yeah.
wide. I think that kind of must be like because of that, like you said, like a lot of deep
Yeah.
seated tension. You were trying to work on that a little bit. Ah. Oh man.
So it's all obviously digital. It can hold a lot of hours, that thing. This thing is I'm going to have to download it. I just got a new memory card for it.
Oh, that's a memory card in there.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, I thought you were changing. I thought you saw you changing a tape.
Nah, changing the battery.
Oh.
The batteries, especially on the GoPro, they don't last that long because it's like 4K definition, so it's high definition, and so it chews up a lot of battery. How's this tool feel? Lovely?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
It's much sweeter.
Yeah. You know, they have a saying in the Vedas. Sure you're familiar with it. What's sweet in the beginning is like poison in the end, and what's like poison in the end is like nectar. What's like poison in the beginning is like nectar in the end. So I think you'll find that this becomes like nectar, but you're not quite there yet. That's my perception. I mean, I could be wrong, you know. You could be just feeling like all this is nectar. But I just intuitively, again, you know, I just don't think so. Big breath and relax. So I was just going to do a little bit more work on your leg, kind of like more like what I used to do on you, just sort of getting in there with a bit of gentle pressure and gentle, that's kind of my middle name, Let's breathe into that.
As much as that's uncomfortable, I like that better than the toes.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we don't do the toes because people like them, It's kind of like going to a dentist and going, you know what? Kind of like it when you just turn that TV on to let me watch or give me that gas.
So when did you when did the toes start treatment with this kind of model? When did you incorporate that?
When I got to a certain points where I just felt like I was butting, like I'd be working in somewhere like this and I'd be butting up against a tight muscle and it wouldn't let go. And then if I went harder, I'd bruise the person or just make it really uncomfortable, but it wasn't a releasing uncomfortable, and I'm like, whoa, something must be holding that, And I gradually kind of felt, because like I say, you can start to feel like stuff on the sides of toes,
Yeah.
And then I'm like, well, where does that go? And then I had an acupuncturist work on me, and he did what they call bleeding. So he bled the end of like that point right there, and actually let a drop of blood out. And he's like, oh, that's getting rid of some of the bad energy. And I started to go, wow, that's a powerful spot, And then I joined the fact that this is joined with this, and I started to understand. It just took me a while, and I gradually understood that that's the end of the line, which is an acupressure spot or an acupuncture spot. And then I started to join. It's like joining the dots, of a jigsaw or something, or not a jigsaw, but one of those dot things. What are they called? I don't know.
Yeah, puzzle.
Puzzle or something, And then I started to work there, and I was able to get much deeper relief because the muscles up here would actually let go when I worked on them after doing that. And as I say, it's not just a case of going through the motions. It's like, if I get 10% out of here, I can get 10% out more up here. And it's a permanent release, It's not just like a feel-good thing,
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. And as I say, with maintenance massage, none of this is going to hurt, It's just because you're so tight that it hurts,
Yeah.
So I'll just get your leg up like that. A lot of people do like practicing a bit of yoga when I work on them, you know, lifting the...
Well, you're not bouncing off, right? I mean, it's kind of like, or are you?
No, mostly not. Like, I mean, obviously I didn't get all that tension out of your toes. Otherwise, this would just be melting like butter. Like if I got your toes completely loose, this would just be, it'd just go, you know?
Yeah.
Whereas we're getting some of it going and some of it staying. And I'm just, you know, trying to obviously distinguish between what's ready to move and what's not, you know?
But it's like, if that's a encouraging thing that...
Oh, yeah. It's all good. You're getting, I mean, you're going to feel a lot of benefit, you know? Is what I would expect. But there's just that temporary discomfort when I'm working on it.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to worry about that too much, you know? I'm sure you won't. I always say it's like giving birth. You know what I mean? Like a woman complains and carries on about giving birth, but afterward they're like, oh, I got a baby. They want another one, you know?